Alright, so here we are once again back at the gym, and on today's video I'm going to break down a little bit of my circuit training, HIIT training, high intensity interval training. A lot of questions asked over the past couple of weeks about low intensity and high intensity and how I mix them up. Well, today we're going to find out. Quite simply, I'm going to mix my interval training with some sort of anaerobic body weighted exercises. So what you're going to see is 3-minute warm up on the treadmill, followed by 30 to 60 second intervals of all out effort. And then for my active recovery, I'm going to move away from the treadmill and perform a number of different exercises, one for each sort of circuit back and forth, 10, 20 reps, or depending on how I'm feeling, match that same time that I perform the sprints. So little supplementation before and after. What I've got here is BCAAs, aminos, so not protein exactly, I'm going to keep that for after. But I do have a lot of fats kind of whilst I'm training. So one thing I've been doing lately, these sort of little packets, naturally more peanut butter, protein in there as well. It's about two or three tablespoons worth in here, 15 grams of protein, which is nice because I don't have to mix protein powder and kind of drink that. So on the way to the gym, I'll kind of sip on one of these. I love peanut butter. And then have my amino acids before, during, and a little bit after, as well as my protein shake. So let's finish this, head over to the treadmill, and this entire workout will take about 20 minutes from start to finish. What's crazy is the speed I'm running at is still only 5 minutes a mile, which means I'd have to keep this speed up for 5 minutes to run a mile. What's the record? A 4-minute mile? That's fast for a long time running at that speed. Start to appreciate what others do when you try and do the same thing and realize how hard it is. have a love and hate relationship with this kind of training. I love the benefit. Very different than my normal weight training. And that's a good thing. The differences between how I lift weights, the amount of time I allow for recovery, and then that sort of stress placed on the muscles, compared to this anaerobic, very cardiovascular heavy, but also very minimal recovery time. I mean, even when I'm not on the treadmill sprinting, which started out at 25 seconds, 30, 35, I got close to a minute, 40, 42, 45. But at that intensity, I'm giving all I've got. I mean, literally everything. My legs were starting to shake. And then I come out, and my goal is to achieve at least 30 seconds on each exercise. So we started off with those Bosu push-ups, left to right. So I'm also pushing up on different heights. Therefore, I'm working my chest and arms slightly differently. And that dynamic movement of switching back and forth, that takes some coordination and balance. So I'm working that in there as well. Back onto the treadmill, another 30, 40 seconds of that sprint, 11 up to 12 miles an hour. So it's pretty fast to maintain for that time. Second exercise, I came out here, did the pull-ups, alternating behind the back and in front, 30 seconds on there. A little bit more challenging than that first one. Then back to the treadmill. And then the third time I came out here, those toe taps on the box jump. Number of options you can do here, body weighted squats, actual box jumps. That really does push me into a level that I don't like being in. So toe taps for about 45 seconds on there. The final two exercises that I came out to perform in between my cardio sprints was the inverted, the handstand push-up. That's a really good one to do. A little bit tricky if it's hard to master the first time. I take my shoes off so I've got less friction up against the back of my socks so I can glide up easily. Another way that you can do it is really simply just on your toes and then go down into a kind of a pyramid type shape, and then perform push-ups with your head down in line with your hands. And then that fifth one out here, some abdominal V rotations. You can hold a medicine ball or a plate like I was doing. And the goal here is to rotate the entire torso, not just the arms. So the shoulders should be moving with the arms. I'm basically slamming down that plate, or at least touching it each side of me. So minimal 30 seconds on each of those 5 circuit stations, with at least 30 to 45 seconds of the sprint. It was under 20 minutes for sure, and I was really feeling it. My recovery's caught back up with me now. I feel good enough that I could almost go and do it again, but definitely a great switch from my normal cardio, that lower intensity, steady state cardio, to this style of training. On that note, that does wrap up the end of the video. Hope you found it useful, at least 1 or 2 bits. Big shout out to Josh Morgan, the man behind the camera, bringing all of this to you. Check him out, Momentum Productions, and we'll be back soon next week and answer more of your questions. So comment, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Rob Richards Fitness, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Be the first to see all the new videos coming out. So take care. Cheers.